Anonymous asks if the argument, quote, no good deed goes unpunished, end quote, is a good argument against altruism. No. This is saying don't be altruistic because you'll get punished. Other people will punish you for altruism. That's not really that true in general. Good deeds are often unpunished. I mean, most deeds are unpunished. Even a lot of bad deeds are unpunished. Definitely the majority of good deeds go unpunished. So the phrase is like an exaggeration. It's partly like a joke. It's partly referring to like specific situations, not life in general. But this does not get at the core problem with altruism anyways. Like, even if you would get punished for doing good deeds, that is not the reason not to do good deeds. You shouldn't base your life around punishment. You should base it more around what do you want to do, what's good for you, around yourself. It's your life. You should do what you value. So the issue with altruism is you're doing what other people value, not what you value. The issue with altruism is who gets to decide what's a good deed. If you do a good deed that you think is a good deed, for yourself, for your own values, it's something you care about doing, then that's good. You're promoting your own welfare and life. Like, if you're an architect and you design a building and build it, you would view that as a good deed. You're helping the world. Now the world has another building. Buildings are useful, so that's good. So of course it's a good deed to pursue your profession for most people. And they're generally not punished for that. They're rewarded for it. They get paid. So that's good because it's good according to yourself. It's also good according to other people. The problems come up with, what if I disagree with other people about what's good? Because if you think something's good and other people think it's good, then, just go ahead. So if you think it's good and other people think it's bad, in general, do it anyways. It's your life. You're a free person. It's a free country, etc. So like, if you think your poetry is good and other people think it's bad, you should try to investigate, objectively, is it actually good or bad? Try to consider if maybe they have a point. But if your best judgment is that your poetry is good, you like it, etc., keep doing it. Don't just stop because other people don't like it. You do have to be careful if other people think what you want to do is a crime, then you have a problem. But as long as it's not a crime, as long as you're not going to hurt someone, including some things that shouldn't be crimes, like if you want to smoke pot, which is not a good idea, but supposing you want to, that should not be a crime because there's no victim. The idea of like self-victim doesn't make sense. Like, if you want to do it, you're not a victim. Anyways, you have to be careful with stuff that's a crime, even if it doesn't even make sense that it's a crime, because other people will lock you in rehab or something, or jail. But, for the vast majority of things you can just judge for yourself if it's good and act accordingly. And if other people don't like it, that doesn't really matter that much. So you should live according to your own ideas. On the other hand, what if other people think you should do something, but you don't want to, you don't like it? Then, again, consider like what's their reasoning. Don't just ignore it without thinking. But if you have a considered opinion, a judgment, and you're like, I think I figured it out, no one's really said anything that refutes my arguments, they just have their opinion and they're being dumb. If you think that's what's going on, then just don't do what they want. Keep pursuing your own values. Don't change your mind. So the problem with altruism is it's anti-self. It doesn't value the self. It doesn't value your own life. It's not primarily about the external consequences of altruism. It's that you should pursue your own values. If you don't look out for yourself, no one else is going to do a good job of it. You understand yourself better. You're there all the time. And you have a right to.